Do you live in Illinois and are looking to move? If so, stay tuned. We are seeing a mass exodus here in southern Indiana of Illinois people looking every day. So if you want to know the top 5 reasons why to move to southern Indiana from Illinois, stay tuned.
New numbers show more people are moving from Illinois to Indiana, and that number should only keep on growing. The U.S. Census Bureau says more than 34,000 people made that move in 2015, the last year those numbers are available for. Experts say they're doing that because of opportunities to improve their lives, like job opportunities and lower taxes.
Hi, I'm Carrie Henshaw from Key Associates Signature Realty. We love doing videos on work, living, and playing here in southern Indiana. So if you're new to our channel, make sure you tap that subscribe button and click the bell and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. It helps us with great feedback. And if you're coming back to watch the channel, well, welcome back. Glad you're enjoying our videos. So today I'm going to do something that I am seeing a lot of here in southern Indiana, and that's Illinois people looking to move. So what I'm going to do is go into the top 5 reasons why you should look at southern Indiana to move from Illinois. So every day it seems like I'm talking to someone from Illinois looking to move to Indiana. And it doesn't surprise me when you look at the statistics. There's only 4 states that are losing population right now in the United States, and one of those is Illinois. So we in Indiana probably are seeing the most population growth from Illinois coming into our borders. Today I'm going to go over those top 5 reasons why they are leaving, and they're going to be 1, taxes. Taxes is probably what I hear the most. Taxes, taxes, taxes. Number 2 would be jobs, just because companies in that nature are not growing in Illinois. Number 3 will be housing, getting into the affordability of Indiana. Number 4 will be cost of living. It's just cheaper to live in Indiana. And number 5 is our schools. Okay, let's talk about taxes. So I'm going to break this up into 3 areas. We're going to talk about income tax, sales tax, and property taxes. Let's start with property taxes, since obviously I'm a real estate agent and that's what I obviously deal with on a daily basis. So in Indiana, you're definitely going to get a more affordable, our housing is more affordable because of overall cost, but also taxes. If you want to take roughly a house that's $194,000 roughly, and compare it between Illinois and Indiana, in Illinois you will pay $4,476 in taxes. If you take that same home value in Indiana, it's $1,679 in taxes, which is nearly $3,000 in savings, which is huge that you can make up and use for other things, or even your own home, owning it with upgrades and stuff like that. So big difference in property taxes. In fact, I think Illinois is probably one of the highest property tax states in the United States. I'm not definite about that, but I know it's on the higher end. Let's talk about income tax. Income tax is quite a little bit different as well. In Illinois, for the individual, it's 4.95%. And for the business, it's actually 7% is the income tax. If you want to take that and compare it to Indiana, it's 3.23% for the individual with 5.75% to the business. So multiple things going on here. Obviously, businesses are more encouraged to be in Indiana versus Illinois, which is kind of where we're going to go with the jobs. But also, it's more attractive to the people in regards to what they're making, and higher priced professionals are going to care about how much tax is being taxed against them in regards to their income. So another big difference in regards to taxes. And now we got sales tax. Now there is a little bit of a difference. Illinois is 6.25% versus Indiana, which is 7%. But one thing you do need to take in consideration, depending on where you live, if you're in the big cities like Chicago and areas like that, you're definitely going to have county and city assessments on top of those city taxes, or those state taxes. So in some areas of Illinois, you're definitely going to see higher than that 6.25%. So makes a difference depending on where you live. That sales tax could actually affect you as well. So taxes definitely are more affordable in Indiana. Now we're going to talk about the cost of living. So if you look at the cost of living between Indiana and Illinois, It is 7.6% cheaper to live in Indiana versus Illinois. And I kind of had to use a generic because depending on where you're moving in the town and the city, you know how all that gets a little bit of affected. So from a very generic Illinois to Indiana, it is 7.6% cheaper to cross the line from Illinois to Indiana and establish your home. So I'm going to give you some examples, and I have some things here to compare, starting with restaurants. Restaurants, you'll pay 5.5% less in Indiana than you will in Illinois. Just to give you an idea, a bottle of Coke would be about 4.2% less. And then also a basic meal is about 11% less in Indiana versus Illinois. Groceries are not quite a bit different. It's 3.3% less in Indiana. To give you an idea, bread is about 11% cheaper. Milk is about 13% cheaper. Let's do, your bananas, fruits, and all that. That ranges all from like 10 to 15%. Some of them are a little bit higher, but in general, you're talking about that range. So groceries are cheaper in Indiana. So let's talk about transportation. And this, obviously, depending on where you live, transportation could be a lot different, but you will pay 11.3% less for transportation. Gasoline, for example, is 4.5% cheaper in Indiana than Illinois. Just to give you an idea, because most people are gonna use gas. So I wanted to kind of highlight that particular area when it comes to transportation. Childcare, you will pay 11.2% less for childcare. Like a private preschool, they say it's about 10% cheaper. And for a middle school, for one child for 2 semesters, for example, if it's a private school, you will pay 12.4% less. How about entertainment and sports? If you're one of those people that like to get out and have some fun, you will pay 12.4% less in Indiana versus Illinois. For example, a beer, which we all love, well, some of us, are 13.3% less in Indiana. And I think that's probably because there is a tax in Illinois on alcohol, if I remember correctly, but I do not know the exact details around that. Let's talk about a coffee. That's 4.2% less. A movie ticket, 13.6% less. A monthly gym pass would be roughly about 13.6% less. So another less to be in Indiana. Let's talk about buying clothes. If you are a shopper, it is 4.1% less to be in Indiana. In, let's just say, a Levi's jeans, for example, is 11.2% less to buy in Indiana versus Illinois. And running shoes actually are more, which I'm not sure why, about 3% more. And just regular dress from like H&M would be about 9.4% less, to give you an idea. So the statistics obviously show you that it is more affordable to live in Indiana over Illinois if you're looking at your overall living of housing, property taxes, and just general amenities, things that you go out and buy and eat, and entertainment is definitely more reasonable in Indiana. Okay, housing, my favorite topic. Because of the range of cities all over Indiana and Illinois, I can't really get into specifics on home values and details. If you're looking into this area, definitely contact me, especially Southern Indiana. I can help you identify a little bit more compared to where you're coming from and where you're coming to this location and getting into those details. But in general, 5.4% less in regards to housing if you're moving from Illinois to Indiana. And just to look at it for more of an average for a rental, if you're looking at rentals outside of a city limit area, it is 17% less to rent in the Indiana area versus the Illinois. Again, values of homes, I'm sure, or less as well, but that's so city specific that I'm gonna kind of have to get a little bit better feel. So reach out and I can help you understand that if you're moving to this area. But housing, if you especially include property taxes, is a lot more affordable in Indiana. Schools are fantastic in Indiana. And one thing that they have done is they have a rating program in Indiana, which is an Indiana 4-star school program where they rank all the schools in Indiana and basically put them on a star system. And if you look at Indiana as a whole, we have 230 4-star schools statewide. Now there are a few that obviously, or there's more than a few, but in Southern Indiana we have a big chunk of those as well. They're not all up north or in the middle near Indianapolis. So if you're looking at comparing Illinois schools, if you do have family and coming to Indiana, there are definitely some great schools within that 4-star school ratings. If you're looking at Southern Indiana, I can identify which schools those are if you just reach out to me. But schools are definitely a plus, Illinois versus Indiana, just in regards to how they measure them and you know, the input from the state and how they are ranking them. So we can definitely give you feedback on that, but the schools are fantastic here in Southern Indiana specifically. Jobs. So the biggest thing that I think is happening in Illinois versus Indiana is because of their tax structure, it doesn't make it as good for businesses to basically relocate into the state. So if anything, they have businesses that will actually be leaving the state because of their tax structure. So what that does from an economy standpoint, it obviously affects jobs. So there are people that are leaving Illinois because of the job situation to go to different states. And obviously with Indiana being the closest state nearby, it's natural and easy to cross the line and look for places of growth that are happening in Indiana. So jobs in Indiana are fantastic. If you're looking at Southern Indiana specifically, obviously if you go towards like Evansville, there's going to be more of an abundance, and Jasper as well compared to some of the smaller towns in Southern Indiana. But if you don't mind commuting, there's a lot of great locations to live if you want to be more rural. But the job situation and opportunity in Southern Indiana is fantastic. So if you're in a area that is having an issue with jobs, you know, definitely look me up. I can put you in the right direction of type of jobs you're looking for, but a great area to relocate if looking for job opportunities. I hope you enjoyed our video of why leave Illinois and come to Indiana. We have a great state, and specifically Southern Indiana, we love it. Obviously, I'm doing videos all the time, so feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, or watch my YouTube channel because we have tons of videos of all locations in the area. But we have younger folks with families and empty nesters. We have a lot of them migrating this direction. It does seem like that's the most that I am seeing that are coming here to build or buy existing. If you're looking on the MLS, for example, or I should say Zillow or whatever you're doing for your search, it doesn't look like we have a lot of inventory, but building is definitely an option. So reach out to me in those locations and we can get you in and discover who the builders are and get you into Indiana sooner than later. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was informative to you. And until next time, I'll see you then.